What's good, y'all? I'm Monai, and I always got something to say. Today, we're going to be discussing why this man keeps harassing the mayor of Durham. You've been harassing this man.
You're funny.
You've been all of his emails, and you've been all on TikTok and Instagram telling his business. So how about you tell us his business? What's going on?
I feel like I really just don't appreciate like some of the views that he has. I mean, I said that all. I really just made one TikTok video. I'm not. I'm usually not really like a super like political dude, but like no one followed me on Instagram before this, so like I just felt like I could crash out and nobody would notice. But apparently, a lot of people felt the same way.
Yes, because I'm like, what is going on? Like, who is this man? What's going on? You in the mirror? He's like, I have a problem. I have some issues right now. So tell us what you said on the video.
So I said that, like, if I remember correctly, so the first thing I said was that I don't appreciate his comment about Durham has the YN problem, but statistically crime is down this year. And even if you have a problem with the children, why are we not sending them to school? Or why are we not complaining about them not going to school? Because kids in Durham are being bused like just so much less because the money that was allocated by the school district wasn't used correctly, and so now it's harder for them to get their education. It's harder for the homes that they go home to are for the less fortunate. There are affordable housing is falling apart. Like you can see it on social media all day. Like people's houses are in a bad condition.
To go off the YN thing is because, okay, last year we were all, by we I mean the students, we were all parked in the nursing building over there by Chidley. Chidley is the closest dorm to the MAC. Yeah. And I'm not saying there was people living in the MAC. I mean, kids is kids, whatever. But 6 cars got the windows smashed, broken into, everything. You know what I'm talking about? And it's like, doggone. I mean, we know who it is, but it's just like, doggone. That's all I got to say about the ones. I ain't gonna say I hate them or nothing. I'm a substitute school teacher. Yeah. Okay, but I teach in Lee County. I'm from Sanford. I know, like, I got little cousins that are YNs, but I tell them, you know, I tell them, hey, look, growing up, like, I'm not from the projects, but I am from the hood. Like, I done did, certain things or whatever, and my podcasts are very transparent, so they are very truthful with them. So I know the ins and outs of it. What I do know is to stay out these white folks' face and stay out the system. I don't want to go to court no more for nobody. Yeah, that's all I'll say about the YNs. But you can't be an older black man. We look at y'all as the OGs, you know what I'm saying? Or it's either you're an OG or you unk. So you're not supposed to say, oh, these YNs doing this and the third. It's, hey, let's do some reform. Me being a HBCU alum, 2-time alum, let's do some reform. I am a black mayor of one of the largest black cities in the United States. So I definitely don't agree with this statement either.
It's just I don't like it when people come out their mouth to like talk crazy about those who they're supposed to be representing and helping. Like, you're the mayor of the city, you're the mayor of the people, and in reality, like, you're complaining about a symptom of issues, which is really that was the main thing I was hot about. Because I mean, you look at, I mean, you want the kids to stay out of trouble, they need to be doing something productive. Thank you. Like, they're not, no one is taking them to school, literally. They're not gonna care more about their education than any of us. Honestly, they're not. I mean, you look at the housing, like, you look at the problem with the housing, the condition of the affordable housing is like, that's what the kids are coming home to. And you look at like their parents, and there's a lot of the time a lot of people in Durham are underpaid, and they're like, I mean, if you can't afford to pay rent, you can't afford so many other things that are. Now that's the most important thing.
Rent is bare minimum.
Yeah, like the conditions that the kids are growing up in, and to turn around and say, "Oh, we got a problem with the kids." The kids are fucked because the city is rough. Like, so and on top of all that, the crime is down. Like, what are we complaining about? I seen 2 articles. The one in the first quarter of the year, they were down. Crime was down in Durham 22%, and they're like, by the first half of the year, it's down 26%. Like, I really feel like it's not. I mean, the numbers is not that bad. Yeah. Like, I just feel like some people, like, that's like a talking point or a dog whistle. Like, it's cool now to on young people or on young minorities, especially like, I mean, Like you seen with the mayor of Baltimore, like he was responding to Donald Trump sending the military against like major American cities.
Yes.
So he's not just doing that in Chicago. He's L.A. He's saying we're going to Baltimore. He said we're going to clean up all the cities because they're invested with crime and crime is disgusting. But you look at him and the mayor of Baltimore responded to Donald Trump. He said our crime rate is at a 50-time like a low, all-time low in 50 years. Mm-hmm. That's how you're supposed to respond.
Yes,
you're supposed to talk about that. Yeah. Yes. Like I'm not a hater. Well, I am a hater. I'm not a liar. But like for you to, if I was the mayor and I was up for re-election, I'd be saying, yeah, look at me. I clean up the streets. We fixed the crime rate. He's still shit on these people. I mean, and coming back to like my point with when the military leaves the major American cities, they're coming to a small town. Mm-hmm. Like they're trying to remove people out of the country, not out of like big cities. They want these Latinos and these foreigners. They want these people gone. So like why are we continuing the same rhetoric or the same type of talking points? It's like, oh, we're full of crime when we're not.
Right.
Like we're just not. Like it's nonsense.
So, to piggyback off what you're saying, first of all, I love to hear a native, especially a Durham native, say that the crime rate is going down, because I'll tell you what the mindset of the rest of Black North Carolina is. Not tell you no lie. I come from a small country town they like to call Sanford, North Carolina, over there by Fayetteville. Okay, my grandma, when I apply here, you gotta go to Durham. You make sure you get some pepper spray, like things like that. Like both sets of my grandparents, like my parents are scared. Well, not scared, because now I'm just like, y'all, it's just like Sanford. Mind your business, and the business won't mind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, just be out people's face, but it's not even just that. I think that people think when you walk outside your door in Durham, you're going to get shot. I swear, that's some of people's mindsets, and it's not that.
That is reality for some people. I ain't finna act like it's not.
Well, but I feel like for me, like, when I step
if you win it, you win it. Yeah, I'm listening. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
You good, because we're not recording. But when I step foot on campus, I felt like home here. Like, I felt like this is a way for me to make it out in a good legal way. You know, not doing anything sketchy, not doing anything I'm not supposed to be doing. But Durham made it feel like, for me, you can do something outside of being a statistic. And for the mayor to make it so unwelcoming at times, like when he speaks on the news in front of other people that are not us, like when white people hear us talk bad about each other on the media, I can only assume that they feel like, okay, well, my reasonings are okay because this is what they think about each other.
It's a lot. What else was I talking about? Cities being gentrified. I said that I don't like how the Mac is being closed, but I don't see what they're doing for the people who will be displaced. I talk about how the Duke employees are trying to petition for more pay.
Yes.
And they're not getting that. But like you see, like if I was a young person in the city and I saw my parents weren't making money, I was living in a house that's falling apart. Mm-hmm. No one's taking me to school. I don't think I would care that much about being productive.
Right.
And I just really felt like there were a lot of things that he could have complained about before he would have pointed the finger at like some young people. Like right. if you want, I felt like if you wanted to help or you wanted to make a difference, you could have just started with those issues.
I definitely agree. First of all, the term YN, my dad hates that term. I did a segment. I did YNs versus YEs. YNs, we know what they are, and YEs are the young entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So I tried to do some type of productivity to show the youth that you can be so much more than whatever a YN is. Like, you don't have to conform to that notion. But like I said earlier, for the mayor, who was an older black guy, he was born in 1980 or 81, so he's my dad's age, around 40. We look at you as an OG, or we look at you as somebody that we get advice from, especially being a two-time alumni. So you should have some type of salutatory, what's the word for it? Salutatory approach to your problems. Instead of just, who in the world, I hate people who have a whole bunch of problems and no solutions. That pisses me off. It's to be the mayor. So you've had to go through school and all these things to get where you're at. You don't know how to come up with a solution? That's a class he missed. You need to have some type of solution. So I definitely agree with you when you say you don't like his attitude when he's talking about these problems, because it just sounds like he has an attitude and no solutions.
Yeah, and I definitely it's funny because after I made my TikTok, like people just be like coming up to me like dapping me up like, yo, I appreciate that. I never liked him. Like he was rude every time I ever saw him. It was like I ain't never met Buddy in real life before, but a lot of people seem to like not like him as a person. I mean, it's people like taking up for him, saying that like they don't appreciate my point of view too.
I can assume some of my alumni are telling you that.
Probably.
I mean, I've never met him in person either. I know that the school and our chancellor is working more hand in hand with the city of Durham. The only thing I know that we've done with the city is them being involved in our protests and them being involved in the over-policing of our protest. That's also another problem. They didn't have a bunch of solutions. So I just say that to say the only involvement I typically see him in, outside of his 3 goals he had for himself, which is community development, economic development, and workforce development. I think that his concepts of a plan, Trump, and those are really showing, because concepts are things that you think of but don't follow through. And the workforce development, I've seen firsthand. When I left work one day, people were outside with strike signs. That does not show me any type of workforce development, and they've been doing that since we started in 2022. He wasn't governor until 2023, but still, like, you have these concepts of a plan, but you're just complaining on ABC 11 and not really doing anything about it.
Yeah, and I feel like maybe those, like the YN comment wouldn't have rubbed me such the wrong way if it wasn't for like his views on so many other issues. Mm-hmm. Like when I see you say things like, I love gentrification.
Actually, I'm going to show y'all that clip because I have it. I screen recorded it off this story.
I love gentrification.
Oh, you love gentrification.
But I hate displacement.
Yeah. When I see you say things like that, and then I see you like complain about the population here, or act like we have a problem, and the truth is, like, I think Durham is one of the fastest growing cities in the country. You see it's at a point now where, like, you have a lot of people who are a lot of students from Duke University are from up north. They come down here to get away from their families because they're from New York, New Jersey.
Outside the country,
and they get older, they retire, they want to go to Florida, but then that's too far from home. So they think they'll come back to where they went to school and is halfway there. And we have like so many people in the city who weren't here just 5-10 years ago. And I said in my video, but like I really feel like some people just don't. They'd rather have them here than like people who are born here or people who are raised here. We're getting kind of priced out, moved out, and then that's really why I don't appreciate some of his comments or some of his views. I especially since I might be judging a little bit, but like he's not from here. I don't think he cares as much about like keeping the people who are from the city here as much as someone who is native to the city is.
What I'll say to piggyback off of that is I do definitely 100% see the outside population, that is the incoming outside population, as tickets, as checks. Mm-hmm. All the townhouses are being built very rapidly, and what's funny to me is we don't have housing. We don't have housing as students, and what you'll see is these townhouses being built right here on the strip over here. Some of them are students, some of them are not. Now downtown, all the townhouses being built, we cannot afford that. They're not being rented out. These are houses that you have to have mortgages for, credit scores for. Speaking of credit scores, just to piggyback a little bit off of education, if you want to teach students how to be well-rounded adults, have them some financial literacy classes in high school, because they have parents that have to have Section 8 vouchers, but they can start working at the age of 16, and they are still not going to know what to do with their money. So if you give them some type of financial literacy courses in high school, maybe you won't have the issue as far as unemployment or people not know what to do with their money. Now, to go back off the people who are living in low-income households or have low income but don't have nowhere else to stay. DHA built the apartments on Main Street I was telling you about, and the rent is $950. But over there at the MAC, they have Section 8 vouchers. They don't pay their rent. So really, how are they supposed to pay $950 if they already wasn't paying their rent? Yes. And then what did you say the mayor said about people paying their rent?
Oh yeah, there was I clipped that news clip where he said, I don't want to hear that some people can't pay. Then he tried to like walk it back. He's like, well, I'm sure some people can. It's not reality. But he said he wasn't trying to hear that. He wasn't interested in it. Yeah, I don't. Every time housing comes up, I don't like his attitude about what he says, man.
I mean, the housing attitude, I think that a lot of politicians do not understand. They lose their humanity when they go in further into politics. As I said earlier, you have to do some type of BS to get where you are when it comes to politics. And I mean, to me, I don't, like I said, I never met him, don't know him like that. But for you to be alumni of this university, we stand on truth and service. And for you to not progress in that and you're finna leave the office in December, it's kind of disappointing.
Yeah, and I feel I watch Leo on podcasts, and I've seen him talk about like how his goal is for to bring in more money to the city by he's saying we can't just have affordable housing. We have to have single family homes, and we have to have townhomes, and we have to have avenues to bring in people who can share the tax burden. So we can bring in the rich people. We'll have more money to spend on the less fortunate. But I've never believed in trickle down economics. I don't. I like you see it on a major, like a macro scale with the whole country and like billionaires, but even like somewhere local, I cannot think of a single situation where bringing in more rich people will make it more affordable for people who have less than. Like I need to see something. Like when I talk about like MacDougal Terrace, I will not sit up here and pretend like the Mac is in great condition. But like if we tear it down, what are we gonna do for, like you were saying, where are those people going to live? What are they going to do? Like I feel like I would have more confidence if I saw someone ever do some maintenance over there. Like there's some people in the city whose living conditions are pretty terrible, and I think they're just gonna get steamrolled over, and something more expensive is gonna be built on top of it.
So what do you think a solution would be as far as the people who are being pushed out and will not have anywhere to go because it's not torn down yet? So I can imagine they still have some time. What advice could you give them, or what would you tell them? Like, for the meantime, let's do this so we can prepare. Because I'm a preventative maintenance type of person. Please don't come to me with nothing and you don't have no idea what to do with it. Cause I'm going to tell you to walk away, pray, figure it out. I'm going to be honest. So please tell me what type of solution that you would think to have, and I'll come up with my own.
It's a lot of social issues going on that would cause someone to have like a wealth gap disparity. I really just, well, it's like we were saying earlier in the podcast. I feel like there's so many other things that we need to attack all at once in the city. Like we need to help kids get to school. We need to help people secure affordable wages. We need to like stop raising. One thing that would help would be like stop developing so much that's going to raise the cost of living here. I'm not going to sit up here and pretend I'm a magician and I know how to make a perfect like silver bullet appear and just kill the problem. But I also don't think a solution is moving out all the poor people. Like at the very least, like is there anything we can do if even if like we can't make something wholly new and perfect, I would like to see people's like living conditions be improved upon. I would like to. I don't like it when I open up my phone and I see people's ceilings falling in. I don't like it when I like go on social media and I see like all types of like disgusting looking poverty conditions that I'm not down bad like that, but I mean I feel a type of way about it because these are the people who are from here and these are the people who want to stay here. And the fact is, like, I mean, if this continues, like they're employed, they work in the city. Like if we bring in all these people who are worth more, they're not gonna come back. Like we're not gonna move out of town and then commute to Durham to work here where the jobs are. Like the community is gonna be gone. It's gonna leave. And it kind of brings me back to where I was with the church when the development company was starting to like build, or they wanted to get a permit to build like a skyscraper over by Hayti Square, and the whole, it felt like the whole of Durham was completely against it. Yeah. They wanted, so they had bed. What they wanted to do was a development company. They wanted to build like luxury apartments, but there was bedrock underneath the lot that they owned. So they they wanted to get a permit that they could build something much higher and build it on top of it. And I was at the town hall. Was it August 14th or 3rd or 4th? I don't want to get to line up here, but I was at the town hall when that development company from Chicago decided that they said the community doesn't appreciate us, we're gonna pull out. This man, you would think he wanted to take them on a date. Like he's constantly talking about, oh well, what's the new, like what else are we gonna do? Like this is the best thing we have. What else are we gonna choose? I see him go on podcasts after they've already agreed that they've said publicly. This getting to my own little conspiracy theory. So the development company, at that town hall meeting, they publicly said, oh, the community doesn't appreciate us, so we're gonna pull out and we're not going to build our big old building. And I've seen this man keep talking about it on podcasts after the town hall, after these people said, we're not gonna build up here anymore. And it's my personal opinion. Mm-hmm. If you like, just being at the town hall, it was very dramatic because these people decided they don't respect the community so much that they decided to waste everybody's time and pack the town hall when they could have just called in and said, by the way, we're not going to build the building. Y'all don't have to show up. We're not doing it. They wanted to come in front of City Hall. And the lady, she was real slick. She said, I understand that now since we're in a city hall meeting, it's up to the city council to vote on if we're able to withdraw the issue. Mm-hmm. And what I feel like what that really was saying was, we're gonna put it on you. They wanted the optics of so that the mayor and the city hall could say, no, walk away. Because I think he wants to get reelected. I think he knows this issue is so unpopular that if people saw it move forward this year, that they would not vote him back in. I really, this is just my own little conspiracy theory. I can't prove nothing. I feel like he may have like there was a backdoor deal or someone tapped him on the shoulder like, hey, wait till I'm back in office for real. I got y'all. Wait till I'm not the lame duck. You know, I'm gonna get y'all straight. Because why are you still talking about it like it's such a great thing if they said they're not gonna do it?
Yes,
you're trying to big it up.
The Hayti community, I seen on the news, natives of Durham, they were going on the news to fight for the Hayti community, the land, the space. And me personally, I was a little bit upset with the community because I'm like, okay, you want to keep it? You got to do something with it though, because to the city's defense, it does just look downtrodden and run down. There's no community, there's no businesses, it's not flourishing. So if I was a mayor, I would say, okay, well, can we use this space? Not kick y'all out, I'm going to use this space, but can we use this space and still give you guys some type of historical, just give them some type of, you know how they did in downtown that we have where you can walk through and you see the historical figures? Yeah. The same thing for the Hayti community. Build whatever you're talking about, as long as it's productive. But he didn't do it that way. So a solution for the Hayti community, if you want to keep your community, all right, let's talk to some people. Let's talk to some contractors. Let's get some businesses in there. Because the black community, we really need some flourishing businesses. Not saying that we don't, because we have a lot. Let's eat soul food, Kale's Kitchen, and not just restaurants, but there are notable black businesses they're flourishing, they're doing great, and they help the community. They give back to the communities. So for the Hayti community, you want to keep it, do something like that. Just give us something. Do something. I know probably in 2000s, communities like that were flourishing.
Absolutely.
Shopping centers like that were flourishing, such as the Village. But generations change. Ideologies change. So kind of like just do some moving around, you know?
Yeah, I don't think I'm against like growth. I think I just don't like to see it grow too fast and everyone be left behind. Like just inviting so many outside interests, like the people who own like the Hayti Square, who were trying to build that big old building. That development company is from Chicago. They have no interest in the community other than the money that they believe they can make here.
And people are more than just checks, man. Like
yes.
I think that's the most aggravating thing with this country. It's a capitalist country.
Yeah, it is.
It's a capitalist country. But to be black and to conform to that notion, I think I contradicted myself. Hold on. Because we all do it.
No, you cooking. I like this.
Unconsciously, though. Do we not?
Do what unconsciously?
Conform to capitalism.
I don't think it's unconscious. I think that's you need money to live here. Like it's,
Yes.
that ain't up to nobody's choice.
But capitalism, I mean, the overindulging in the funds, the overdoing it, the Dior, the Balenciaga, the 5 cars and the 3-car garages and
Consumerism.
yeah, the things that you don't really need.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So do you think that we do it unconsciously, or do you think that people just want the best of the best and it is what it is?
Well, consumerism is the modern day slavery. It's a way that they have created to make sure that the owners are going to be rich and that the consumers will not be. Because the fact is, a cost of living is a stupid thing. God gave us all this earth together to survive on. And the truth is, the more we indulge in consumerism, the more we lose like basic skills that could make our life so much cheaper and so much affordable. Like, you even go back, say, a couple hundred years ago, people were, not even a couple hundred years ago, let's go back 100 years. People were more likely to make their own clothes, to grow their own food, to actually, they put their hands on the things they do in their regular life. Now, I feel like the truth is that Americans would rather like buy and lease the things that we need to survive. The truth is, if you can produce, if you can produce something on your own, it's free to you.
Hold on, say that again.
If you can produce something on your own, it's free to
Thank
you.
you.
Yeah.
Instead of buying and overindulging, produce. I think that's the smartest thing anybody has said to me in the last 3 weeks. Because produce, make your own stuff or make your own lane. You know what I'm saying? And because in this economy, if you're not making your own lane as far as entrepreneurship, good luck. Straight up, good luck. I see you made your own lane though.
You're funny.
You're a videographer, you're a photographer, you do some producing as well. I've seen that you do interviews with artists. What do you call it?
I don't really call that nothing. I really,
monster interviews.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, my photography page. Yeah. I just run around with a camera for real. I have it's a really cool art scene out here in the Triangle. It's a lot of great artists. I like, Zoe Black, Juice Lord, Icy the Boss, Alicia Marie. Like, it's some really talented folks out here. And so I was just going to shows all the time. I have some of my friends who I shot Adon's music video. I don't really be in my bag like I used to, but yeah.
I seen you shot Lil Tyler before he even came to Homecoming.
Oh yeah, he cool. I like Tyler, man.
You ride with him?
Bro, he's so fly, bro. I seen this, and that, I remember I seen on that. He was at the Motor Co when I took that picture. He was rapping. He was smoking the loud. He passed it to somebody in the crowd. His girls passing out with like him in the front stage. Like
he's very personable with the audience.
Yeah, he like 17. He fly. I like him.
Oh, that's for sure. Okay, so what made you said that you ain't really been too much in your bag as far as like photography, videography? Cause I want people to, like, for my platform, I want them to know you more as just an activist. Like, he built his own lane and he's doing this, that, and the third. So tell us about like how you started.
I probably when I was like 10 years old, I asked my mama for a camera at Christmas. Really, like that's really just it. I used to like just go out and like shoot things. It was fun for real. I went to college, didn't like it, came home. I didn't finish. I went to UNC Greensboro for a couple years. I was 2 years there, and then I realized like there were like less expensive things to do with my time. And I came home and I decided I found a couple mentors. I was at Mastermind Productions, or I was at Digital Development Company. Really just like learning the game, and I got a lot better at taking pictures. I make a little bit of money from it here and there, but I probably treat it more like a hobby than I should, even though I got my own company. But like I really just do it when for fun, or like when I want to make somebody look fly or do something cool, or I'm probably in touch with like a lot of really cool, really interesting artists, and when they need something, I'll pop out for real. Just because I honestly like their motion like really inspires me. Like I got a lot of friends who make a lot more money than me, or like pop out to a lot of like bigger shows than I'm used to, and I don't know. I like to support people. I like to see people win.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie to you. Like, I don't know if God was just like, hey, you and Jerry need to meet up and chop it up. But you to say like the people around you, they motion inspires you. That's what's up, because a lot of people like, I've been going through this thing to where some people around me, they see what I'm doing, but instead of being inspired, it's kind of like some envy shit. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like that.
But like you ain't that type of person, so I'm saying it's cool that you that type of person. A lot of people in my circle don't understand it.
Jealousy just misplaced love at the end of the day. Like somebody likes what you're doing so much, but they wonder why it's not them doing it. But all you gotta do is go outside. I'll like just picking up. People see me with the camera, they let me in. At all the shows, they ask me to pull up, do whatever, just because they want a cameraman there. Like you really find something that you like or that you good at, you can be surprised what lane you end up in.
I ain't gonna lie, I might need you. Homecoming coming up. I for sure need a cameraman.
Yeah, we can make that happen.
I know Michaela tied on that phone right there, but yeah, for sure I'm gonna need you when it comes to the camera. So when it comes to you being a videographer or podcasting, what is really like your avenue that you would say is really your fruit, like your baby?
I don't think I really got my own total niche yet. Like
okay.
I shot a couple music videos, but I ain't done that in like a minute. I feel like my thing that I'm best at is like taking like concert pictures. Like I took like a lot of like concert pictures last year of like some of my some of my favorite local artists. I like to do studio shoots. My one thing I'll say is that I don't market myself a whole lot. So if I make something, it's usually what I'm asking for and not for a customer. Like I like to, I'm going to a music studio with my boy Groovy like next week. I like to choose what I'm making, and I want to see how good I can make it. Like I really do treat it more like a personal like art thing for me.
So you're innovative.
I guess so, yeah. If you say that.
Okay.
I just really do whatever I feel like in the moment. It's a good way to blow off steam, decompress. Shooting is fun because I work 40 hours a week. I get tired. Like it's nice to go do something fun.
I understand that. I think that's where I kind of like got my platform misconstrued because I'm a weirdo. A lot of people say I'm a weirdo because I do things it's either in a puzzle or in a strategic way. And when I started podcasting, something in me was like, it's gonna pop. But it was, how is it gonna pop? And my number one thing is my kids watch me. Like I said, I'm a substitute teacher and I'm a history major with aspirations of being a professor. Yeah. So I'm gonna be teaching for a little bit. And a lot of my kids, like my platform, my fan base is my students, but I call them my kids. So I'm like, okay, I gotta be a certain way. I can't do all this cussing. They see Miss Monet. But in reality, I'm really just chill and not all stuck up and everything. So what I had to do as far as my platform is reevaluate and stop getting on here as a teacher and just get on here as a human, a person, talking to you. We talking about life right now. Absolutely. So I can still be demure with it. So I think that's what that's the what duality, yeah. Yeah, but instead of making it a job, outside of having my own job, now I'm just doing it where I can and having my time. But I still trying to find a place to be consistent. Consistency has to be in the realm of like some type of median where it comes to my life. So I'm trying to figure that out.
Yeah. Showing up is really I say it's like 90% of the work for real. Just being in the space, being at the place. Like people be so worried about, or at least I was really worried about, will I succeed or will I like what I did? But once you are actually there, just showing up and having the mentality that I want to succeed. That goes so much further. Like once you cancel all the doubt, all the insecurity, like people really be scared to do what they want because they've been given death teachings or they've been taught that if I try, I will not succeed. But like this life was made to be courageous in, to be bold in. Like to be scared to even go outside your house and do what you want to do. Like I'm grateful that I can have the privilege to like live somewhere where I'm free and I can choose to do what I want and go where I want to go. I might as well do that to the best of my ability, you know?
As far as the country, you're saying you have a place to do like be who you want to be?
Like I'm not gonna sit here and act like I'm totally satisfied with the whole conditions of the nation, but you know, I could be someone like. I could be somewhere less fortunate. I could be broke. I could be sick. I could not be able to get up in the morning for you know, whatever. But if I was given for me to have like an opportunity to do, it's really a privilege to be able to like chase your dream or to say or decide where to work or what to do.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people, I feel like a lot of people don't really necessarily take that for the blessing that it is. Like, I don't want to take it for granted, this life. I don't want to be able to say that I had all the opportunities, but I didn't do anything with it. I want to make the most out of my life.
Yeah. I don't know, like, what makes you have this type of oomph? Because a lot of people, I'm serious, like, a lot of people are, not to be rude, how old are you?
I'm 26.
Okay, not a lot of people our age, and I say our age because we're not 30 yet, so we're not in the old food group yet. But not a lot of people our age can grasp that, like, the generation, I feel like our generation is lost in a sense to where social media and music and whatever everybody else thinks about yourself, like, oh my God, F everybody else. For real. I wake up in the morning, I look at myself in the mirror, I say, okay, I'm going to do this, that, and the third today. God, thank you for waking me up. Where do you want to place me today? And then I say, God, forgive me for my language, but F everybody else. For real. Not F you as I don't love you, but F you, you're not going to stress me out today. F you, whatever you got going on is not going to hinder me. You know what I'm saying? And I have to say F you because one day you're going to need me. And I have to be able to help you. So right now I have to say F you so I can help you out later. That's what words. F you for right now, I'll help you later. So I feel like our generation kind of forgets that you need you. You need yourself. And you have to believe in you. If somebody else believes in you. Because if you don't believe in you, how you going to wake up in the morning and do it? Who else? Michaela can't tell me to wake up in the morning and do it because I'm going to hang up the phone. You know what I'm talking about? But if I wake up and I say, Asia, you got to do this, Asia going to do it.
Got to.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that you're a good voice for a lot of the youth. And you do good in public speaking. That's what drew me to you, your videos, because you spoke so clear. I'm like, okay, he's an activist. And I look, I say, okay, maybe he doesn't say that he's an activist, but he's an activist. Like, you speak so clear, you speak so forward, and you don't talk without having direction. A lot of people talk in circles, but you talking, you got somewhere to get to when you talking. So I appreciate that. And I think that if you want to come back on the podcast, you should come back. And
Absolutely.
Me and you should do more teamwork.
That sounds dope.
Exactly.
Yeah. This has been fun, for sure.
For sure. You got anything to say to the audience or anything to say to the podcast? What we did about?
Exercise 5 times a week, drink water, do what your mama tell you, be respectful, stay out of trouble, don't do drugs.
Don't do drugs. Don't do. What's that quote that you sent me today?
Oh, what you talking? Oh, you talking about? What's his name? Charlie Kirk.
Little buddy.
Yeah. So it was. Oh man. So he had.
He's talking about the Second Amendment.
Yeah, everybody know Charlie Kirk got popped at Utah, and he had said. This clip has been resurfacing of him saying, we're forced to have a cost of, unfortunately, a few gun deaths in exchange for having the Second Amendment to protect the rest of our rights. And he said that's a prudent deal. I seen a lot of people on social media like smoking on that Charlie pack, dancing on his grave. Sort of like people think it's funny because it's so. I mean, I don't think it's funny, but like it's really ironic that happened to him. But like it's a lack. It take a certain amount of like empathy. Like you gotta think before you open your mouth about other people, because I don't think for him to say that, I don't think he ever thought it would be him. Like he getting shot at a college. They were asking him. He said, "I don't know how do you stop school shootings." Well, like if you, I don't want to be disrespectful, but I feel like maybe the people in his family around him. Like he got children. What if they grow up now? They might feel like they might be pro gun control. They might not. And like I'm not anti-guns. We own guns in my family. But I mean I wouldn't get up here and say like, oh, it's okay for other people to die for me to have this thing that I like. Like you really have to like think of. You have to be willing to like reach across the aisle and think of it from someone else's perspective. And like I think everybody who if you instead of like making fun of his death, I feel like if you really liked Charlie Kirk and then this affected you, maybe you would take this as an opportunity to think about how other people on the other side feel about the same issue, and maybe we could come to more of an understanding or have a little bit more empathy for our political opponents. I feel like it's too America is really polarized in terms of politics, and I feel like enough people are not just coming across and having a regular human conversation with everyone else and realizing that we're all in the same boat, and it can be you. You know, you may think it can't be you, but it can, and I'd rather it not be me. So I don't want to, you know, I don't like. I ain't gonna lie. I saw the video. I had to pray to God real quick. I said, Lord, I pray I pray no karma or like comes to me like this. Like I do not want. I don't want to ever be talking about somebody and then that thing happened to me. That's scary. You know.
I'll piggyback off for you for one. I like what you said. He said something with a solution. The problem was people was looking at Charlie's death and making fun of it, but he gave you a solution to not do that, which I agree. We don't make fun of people's deaths, right? But when Kennedy died, Malcolm X said chickens come home to roost, okay? So you can't be for guns, and then, and he says a lot of things that are of hate as well. He also spoke on the civil rights era. He said that, the videos on Instagram.
Oh yeah, when he said black people's lives were better during segregation and slavery.
Yes, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? Well, I can't say dude. You can't hear me. And I'm not trying to be funny, but you can't hear me. So, I mean, it is what it is. Like, dude, like, you can't say stuff like that about a group of other people and not expect for anything to come back on you. But what I will say is I believe that God gave Jesus to die for all of our sins. I'm not perfect. I walk in my imperfection every day. A lot of people do. We all do. We wake up, we wake up imperfect, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that man made it to heaven, you know? I do see that he is a man of God outside of his beliefs. And so, God have mercy. And, you know, thank God for our brother in Christ. But from now, I'm Monai, and I always got something to say. I told you I'm going to give you an opinion based off the fact. The fact of the matter is, we don't love gentrification.
No.
We don't love it, okay? We're all against it.
It's flawed.
We are for people. We are for humanity. We are for world peace. I'm Monai. Like I said, I always got something to say. Peace out.